My oldest daughter, her name's Kelly, she's addicted to shoes. You go in her room, she's got shoes on the door. You go look on the floor in her room, there's shoes there. Shoes in the closet. There's shoes all over the place in her room. She's addicted to shoes. Now, I have to admit, she got a lot of that from me. I'm not the kind of person that every week or every 2 weeks I'll go out and buy a new pair of shoes. But once I get a pair of shoes, I wear them hard. I mean, I'll wear them everywhere I go. I'll run in them. I'll walk in them until literally the bottom of the shoes are flapping as I walk. I know you've probably had a pair of shoes like that. I love to wear the same pair of shoes regardless of where I'm going or what I'm doing. New shoes, though, when you put them on for the first time, they make you feel new again. You know, I remember when I was a little kid, I would go and my mom would put on a brand new pair of shoes in the shoe store, and I would run from one side of the room to the other just to make sure that the shoes fit the way that they should. In John chapter 5, Jesus meets a man that's been an invalid for 38 years. He doesn't have the ability to walk anymore, and he has these individuals bring him to these pools, these two pools called Bethesda. Each of them are 55 feet long, and they are surrounded by these porches. And so this man gets some of his friends to bring him to Bethesda because it is rumored that every once in a while an angel of God will come and his wing will brush the water and it'll cause the water to move, and the first person to get in the water after the water moves will be healed. They'll be made brand new. And so what happens is that whenever the water moves, there's a mad dash to get in the water. Well, if you're like me, you look at this situation, you analyze, and you realize that probably the people that need the healing the most would be the individuals that would get there last. So Jesus, he surveys this situation. He points out the individual that needs healing the most. And he comes up to this man and he just asks the man, "Do you wish to be made well?" The man greets Jesus with all these excuses. "I don't have enough time. I don't have enough space. There's not anybody that can help me. I'm all by myself." He comes at Jesus with all these excuses. Now, Jesus doesn't engage in this negative conversation. Jesus just cuts to the chase. He looks at the guy and he says, "Take up your mat and walk." Now, I looked at that, and as a theology major, I wanted to know what word that was defined walk or translated as walk. And so I looked it up, and it's the Greek word peripateo. Now, I'm not a scholar, but I've got enough sense to know that as I looked in the dictionary, yes, you know what? The first definition is walk, but the second definition in this dictionary I was looking in said it means the act of living. So when Jesus looked at this guy that hadn't walked in 38 years, and he tells him to peripateo, take up your mat and walk, he's also telling him, take up your mat and live. Start a new life. I want to encourage you today to seek Jesus, to start your life over. If you've gone away from Him, or if you've never given your life to Him, start your new life today. Take up your mat and live.